All right. Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, and our lesson for today is multiple main ideas. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So, once again, we have our standards listed here for our nonfiction section. And as a disclaimer, okay, today we're going to be taking a little shift back from nonfiction. Okay, so today we're going to take a step back from our mentor text, Canada. We're going to be taking a look at one of my all-time favorite books slash movies. If you remember, I might have talked about this once before, but the book or movie we're going to be talking about today is Lord of the Rings. Okay, so with that, we're going to dive into this. Once again, understand that this is not a nonfiction book, but I just couldn't help myself. Okay, so yes, this is the classic poster to one of the all-time greatest hits. Okay, like all time. Okay. Once again, this is not a nonfiction book, but I couldn't help myself from telling you all about one of my all-time favorite books. And I might use this book later on in the future as well. Okay. So this is just taking a break from our nonfiction book, our unit. Uh, from our mentor text, but we're going to be using the same ideas for this unit about main ideas. Okay. All right. So today I want to teach you that readers find many ideas in texts, not just one main idea. To find these ideas, readers pause after each chunk or section of a text and ask themselves, what was this part of the text mostly about? So this is kind of a stretch, right? But once again, I just have to share. Okay, this isn't a nonfiction book, but I just love Lord of the Rings so much. Okay, all right. So before we dive deep into all of this, okay, let's try to understand the plot of Lord of the Rings. Okay, so Lord of the Rings, it's about Frodo. All right, and hold on. So let's start. Frodo is on a journey to destroy a ring created by Sauron. Okay, this ring grants you invisibility and essentially the power of augmentation. Right. So what does that mean? Right, the action or process mm, of making or becoming greater in size. Um, So just knowing more about myself, okay, I always thought that, man, the power of invisibility, I swear I could have made a better power than that, right? But that's beside the point, okay? um, there are also great things that come with it, and we're going to explore some of these things, all right? So once again, the main idea of this was that Frodo goes on a journey, right, and he has to destroy a ring. Okay, that was the main point of this whole journey. But in that, right, in that, okay, we're learning about different chunks throughout the story, and we're finding ideas, right? Find ideas, okay, that also speak to us other than just the main point of, hey, Frodo's here to destroy a ring. So let's go ahead and move on to this part. The main point is that Frodo, the main character, is more resistant to the temptation of power than most other people. Okay. So this is what made him the ring bearer. Once again, we're trying to understand more of the plot about this. Okay, so Frodo, it's not that he's like 100% resistant to temptation. You know, he still is, but he is more resistant to it, right? And then there is Sam, who is a nobody, who's scared of water, and he decides to join Frodo on this journey. So let me say this. If someone is scared to swim in water, you probably shouldn't go on a journey. Okay. That will probably end your life. But Sam does, right? This story is kind of wacky, right? Oh, Frodo who's resistant to temptation, and then Sam who's scared of water and can't swim, but he decides to go on a journey anyways. But you got to hear it out. This story is one of the greatest stories of all time. All right. So there's a lot that happens in between, but the main idea is to destroy the ring and escape from death. Okay. But once again, our point today is learning that there is more than one main idea. Okay. So once again, just reflecting back to what I'm trying to portray to you today. And in this picture, right, this is Sam, okay, for a visual representation. This is Frodo, and this is Smeagol, okay. He plays a big role in their development later, okay. All right. So here's what you should all know as well. I'm not pulling from the text. Okay, remember, we're looking at chunks and small sections. Okay, so I'm pulling from concepts found in a novel. There are plenty of locations in the series that explains these concepts. I could look up quotes to support my claim, but we're not there yet. However, I'll show you. I'll also show you how to dive deeper and analyze. Okay, so that you're doing more than just reading words. Okay. Sorry if that was kind of wordy and hard to explain, but we're going to explore some main ideas regarding Lord of the Rings. This becomes a little more advanced as I'm pushing into themes. Okay. So, not just main ideas now, right? I'm going to be pushing us into themes about the book or about the series, okay? Whether it's the movie or the book, right? So let's dive into this. So the ring has powers, okay? So one main idea to Lord of the Rings is the lust for power, okay? And the powers itself. So lust for power. This is once again, this is why Frodo is able to carry the ring. As I stated before, he is more, you would say, immune to temptation, right? The ring represents evil and temptation. With its power, one could rule the world. Okay. So many people fall into temptation, but if you don't desire the things of this world, you are less tempted to fall. Okay. And so I think that's where Frodo was really on with, because he didn't desire power or to rule over people, right? It's just he was just a normal kid, maybe more innocent than others, right? But this is what made him the ring bearer, okay? Because he didn't really desire the things that this world had to offer. And so another part to this, right? The ring, the power itself, okay, is invisibility. Okay. So we're going to be talking about invisibility in the discussion today. Okay. So why is invisibility even such a powerful thing? Right? I disclaim to you that, man, I could have made a ring with better powers like super strength and to like shoot lasers from my eyes or something, and that, I don't know, maybe that might be able to rule the world because nobody else can do that, right? Or like super speed, or like um I don't know, what's another superpower? The power to read minds, right? But why is invisibility the more key power in this series? And that's what we're going to be discussing today. So, for our review, once again, we're taking a break from reading our Just Right books. Today, I want you to think about the power of invisibility. Why does it hold so much power? What does it represent? We'll continue the rest of this lesson tomorrow. Okay. So when you are done with your first post, comment on two other student posts. Um, and otherwise, that just about wraps it up for today. We'll finish the rest of this lesson on Thursday. All right. I hope everyone's doing well, and I will see you all soon.